guys, welcome back to another beer review. Tonight we are checking out another in the fish series from Pipeworks. This is Scarlet Betta. I love that artwork, by the way, that Pipeworks does on their fish series bottles. Another one, 9.5% alcohol by volume, Imperial India Pale Ale brewed with honey, and this one's got raspberry puree. If you guys watch my videos, you know I'm a huge fan of the fish beers that Pipeworks puts out. We reviewed Spotted Puffer, Crimson Snapper, Black Tuna, Square Grouper. All of them have been amazing. So I'm really expecting awesome stuff from this beer. This was the latest, I think the latest one in the fish series. I got this from my buddy Matt. Thank you so much for sending this. He's out near Chicago, and he has sent me almost all of the, I think maybe all of the Pipeworks beers that I've reviewed. So Matt, thank you so much for that. Not a whole lot to say about this one. I think I looked on their website on, I think it's pdubs.com. It does not show the hops or the malts or anything. It just shows Scarlet Betta being 9.5% double IPA with raspberry puree. So I think this kind of follows in all of the other fish beers, and that it's predominantly hopped with Citra. So we'll see what we think. Citra, as you guys know, is my favorite hop. I absolutely love Citra beer. So, oh, and I got like a new lighting setup out here, so I'm hoping this looks a little bit better. It might be a little kind of crazy, but I've noticed in my last couple videos the camera has a hard time focusing out here because there's such a little amount of light. The ceiling's black, and it like keeps going like in and out, and I know all the marquee lights on the games looked washed out. It might still look bad. I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out. I'm trying to get it better. I don't really want to buy an expensive camera for beer reviewing. If I have to do that, I have to do that. I'm still kind of messing with audio. I'm hoping the mic sounds okay. I don't know. So hopefully this looks better. Hopefully it sounds better. Who knows? Enough of that. Let's check this beer out. As per usual with IPAs, this has been sitting out for about 20 minutes, so the bottle was sweating really bad. I took a paper towel and wiped it off before we started. And as always, the Pipeworks glassware. You got to do proper glassware with the beer. So let's check this one out. Big beer, 9.5%. I'm gonna pour this one kind of careful. I know with these they're unfiltered, and they're setting at the bottom of the bottle, so. Beer pour is actually, it's a crystal clear, kind of a orange tangerine color. It's actually cool having these lights out here because I can see perfectly what that beer looks like. Bright white, about a half a finger ahead with that. We didn't pour it too aggressive. There's not much carbonation in this. There's some tiny bubbles at the bottom of the glass that are kind of streaming up. I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but it looks absolutely amazing, especially with that Ninja versus Unicorn label. So yeah, looks great. Let's go ahead and stick our nose in it. Yeah, it's just huge citrus. Oranges and tangerines is what I get. Maybe like those little California cuties. I don't know. Are those called Tangelos? I can't remember. Yeah, it's just huge citra. It's oranges, it's tangerines, it's sweet. There's a tiny bit of like dankness in there. What is... That is strange. There's like something It's like the bubbles, you can't see it, but the bubbles are like floating. It almost looks like there's a piece of ice in there, but it's not. I don't know what that is. It's strange. Anyways, what is that? It's tripping me out. That was weird. Just the way that I guess do I have anything out here? I kind of want to like scoop that out. That's so weird. Maybe it's just the way that the head is. Yeah. Anyways, just huge citrus. It's that sweet, like candied orange, tangerine, a little bit of grapefruit in there. Like I said, there's a little bit of, just a tiny bit of dankness. It's hops though in there. It's like a earthy kind of citrus thing, if that makes sense. 9.5%. You're not smelling booze per se, but it smells sweet. There's like a bready kind of maltiness underneath all that citrus. This has raspberry puree. I'm not getting any kind of raspberries. It's just predominantly citrus, a little bit of dankness, and then like kind of that bready malty sweetness. So yeah, it smells great. Let's go ahead and dig in. Matt, thank you, sir. Cheers. The raspberry is actually much more present in the taste in the nose. You don't smell raspberry. Whoa, that finish is super raspberry. That's crazy. That is actually a sweet beer. It's very sweet. That's actually really, really sweet. Right up front, the taste follows the nose. It's just huge citrus right in the front of your tongue. You know, oranges, tangerines. There's a good amount of bitterness middle of the mouth that just kind of goes front to back. But the finish of that, it's very sweet on the finish, and very raspberry. It says raspberry puree. It's more like a raspberry kind of. Is it more like raspberry jelly? Like if there was like a raspberry jam or something, like raspberry preserves, like when you go out to breakfast and you get pancakes and they give you like blueberry, those little like, what are those? It's little plastic things. It's got like the jelly or whatever. They have different flavors. It kind of reminds me that way of raspberry. Just raspberry and like sweet kind of chewy bready malts. And the bitterness kind of lingers, but it's like on, it doesn't really, the bitterness doesn't really hit any part of your tongue per se. It just kind of rolls front to back across your entire palate. There is a little bit of heat too on the back end of that. Just a little bit of warmth going down and on the back of your tongue. This doesn't hide the booze as well as the other fish beers did. And it might taste boozier just because it's a sweeter beer. It finishes much sweeter. But you're tasting every bit of that 9.5% for sure. This tastes like a big beer, a big Imperial IPA. Good stuff though. I mean, it's not, I'm kind of bummed. It's not blowing me away like the other fish beers did. And it might just be the sweetness, how it finishes really, really sweet for me. That raspberry is really, really present. And it's, I don't want to say it's like artificial raspberry tasting, but it's like kind of like that. It doesn't taste like you're eating raspberries. It's like a really sweet kind of raspberry candy thing, if that makes sense. So, yeah, it's not blowing my mind like the other fish beers did. This, I don't know, like I said, I don't know what hops it is. If it is Citra, the citrus is there, but it's not like that amazing, like I'm not getting any like the green kind of herbaceous notes that I get from Citra that I really, really like. It's primarily orange peel, tangerine, orange pith, pretty bitter. Finishes sweet with the raspberries and like those chewy kind of bready malts, and you are getting a little bit of that 9.5% for sure on the finish of that. It's warming on the way down. Excuse me. It's good though. I mean, I'm glad that I got to try another, installment from the fish series, so to speak. Matt, thanks for sending this. As far as a grade goes, I know the other ones I was like high 90s, like 99, 98. I might have given one of them 100. I can't remember. But this one isn't on the level of those. I actually liked Black Tuna a lot more than this one, which is kind of crazy because I'm not a big black IPA person. But that one was killer. This one for me, I mean, it's still an A beer for me, but it's much lower than the other fish beers. The sweetness on the back end's kind of, it's not off-putting, but it's just not something that I want to, drink all the time. It's a little bit more unbalanced. The more I talk and the more this is warmed up in my hand, the bitterness just kind of hangs on to my tongue, which is fine. Like I like bitter beers, but that kind of sweet, chewy, bready thing on the finish with that raspberry, and then with the hops just kind of lingering on my tongue. It's just kind of, I don't know. It's all right, but it's definitely not like blowing my mind like the other fish beers. So I think I'm gonna go straight up 91 on this one. It's an A-. Good stuff. If you guys have had Scarlet Betta, let me know what you think. And by the way, betta fishes, those are the ones that, don't people say if you put them in a tank with another one, they kill each other? Has anyone ever done that or seen that? I've never seen that before. So yeah, another winner from Pipeworks. It's an A beer. It's just not on the level of the other fish beers for me personally. But like I said, if you've had it, leave a comment. Let me know what you think. As always, guys, thanks so much for watching. If this lighting looks crazy, let me know. I'm still going to work with it. I hope it looks better. I'm hoping the camera's not having problems focusing. I can't really see what's going on. I mean, I can see myself in my laptop, but hopefully this looks better. Hopefully it sounds okay. So, yep, I'm out of here. As always, guys, thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys later.
Ever since I was younger, I was into video games. Somebody like the fuse so I can bring bad news to all these crews who can't NBA jam with the shoe.